I know how to make challah. There's a recipe that I've practiced many times, and it comes out really well. But this week, I don't have any sugar. All I've got is some agave syrup in the cabinet. And I really want to use some whole wheat flour instead of all white flour. And I don't have the packaged powdery yeast. I've got the cakes. And I don't know what to do, because I know that the different ingredients are going to work differently in the recipe. So I'm going to call a friend of mine who's a really, really good baker, and she'll be able to figure out what to do, because she understands the recipe and she understands how all those ingredients work. So she'll be able to figure out how to adapt that recipe to my needs. And that, in a nutshell, is the difference between knowing and understanding. When I know, I can reproduce something. When I understand, I can open up the hood and mess with it. And that's just one of the many different metaphors and analogies we're going to be using as we try to get a sense of what understanding means in this context. And when we use an understanding, when we use it as a noun, excuse me, then we mean some principle or underlying idea that helps us make sense of various phenomena or events. Now, it's not an easy concept, and we'll be spending a lot of time on it. And it's especially difficult in Jewish education, and especially in supplementary education, because it seems like a lot of what we spend our time on is having kids know stuff rather than having our students understand stuff. But we're going to try to get a hold of this idea. We're going to try to understand it, and then see what changes we can make in the education we give to our students. Now, the holidays are coming up, and that means sermons. So with this idea of understandings in mind, I'd like you to think back to sermons that you may have heard and see if in any of those you got any powerful understandings, any really useful conceptual tools that help you see the world or your life differently. Or if you weren't encouraged to understand at all, just to learn and know. Think about it. Look forward to seeing what you have to say.